Same India, same rupees, same tax department, completely different rules. Your FD is not growing your money, it's slowly losing to inflation. 90% of Indian family wealth is gone within 2 generations. The loudest fortune is the one that is leaving, and you are never told the rules of how it actually works. The difference between 2.5 crores and 10 crores at retirement isn't your salary. It isn't your market returns either. It is your structure. Every year you stay on salary without restructuring, you're writing a check to the government that you didn't have to write. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Bottomline podcast. Today we are talking about why your salary is taxed at 30% and their wealth isn't, and what exactly you can do about that difference. Now let's say you earn 25 lakhs a year. You work hard for it, you're good at your job. The government takes 7.5 lakhs even before you see it. Now, a business family in your same city, 25 lakhs flowing through holding company and HUF, routes it very differently. They keep most of it. Same India, same rupees, same tax department. Completely different rules. Now, this is not a loophole. Please understand, this is also not corruption. This is a system working exactly as designed, and you are never told the rules of how it actually works. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 rules that separate 10 crore families from 1 crore earners. Not theory, the actual mechanism. See, there are 2 versions of Indian financial system. The first one, you earn, you pay tax, you save it in FD, put 1.5 lakhs in ATC, invest in SIPs, retire with the corpus. The version is real, it is functional, it works, and it is engineered to produce exactly one outcome, a comfortable retirement at 60 and nothing more. The second version runs underneath it. Same banks, same markets, same rupees, but structured very differently, routed very differently, taxed at completely different rates. The people playing the second game were not smarter than us. They're not even luckier. They were just taught the 5 rules that you are not. And here they are. Rule number 1, the tax architecture. The most expensive decision of your financial decision is the one that you never consciously made. You accepted a salary. When you take a salary, you enter the worst tax bracket in India. Your income is visible, auditable, and easy to extract from. You pay 30% on tax on everything above 15 lakhs. You have no leverage, no structure, no alternatives. Now consider someone earning the same amount of money through a different architecture. A private limited company, a Hindu undivided family, an LLP with family members or partners. Long-term capital gains on equity, just 12.5%. Dividend income through a holding structure, still very planned. Depreciation on a real estate routed through an LLP reduces taxable income significantly. Salary paid to a spouse or a parent through the company, legitimate deduction. The tax code in India is a behavior instruction manual. High tax on what is abundant, low tax on what the government wants more of. There is a phrase that's used very commonly in Indian private banking circles. Live on debt, die on equity. Now what does it mean? You have your assets. You're supposed to borrow on your assets at 8 to 9% interest. Your entire lifestyle will run on that loan. Absolutely no income tax events. When the assets eventually gets passed on to your next generation, the loans are settled from the estate. Completely legal. This has been in practice in India for multiple generations. Now your CA isn't telling you this, not because they are hiding it away from you, because your CA is trained to optimize within your current structure. They're not supposed to redesign it. Rule number 2, the velocity of capital. Here is a number that I want you to sit with. 50,000 rupees a month for 20 years, saved in an FD at 7%, taxed at 30% interest. You end up with roughly 2.5 crores. Now the same 50,000 a month, let's say you deploy that in rental income, equity, a small business stake, structured through the right entities, at a blended return of 14 to 15%. Now I understand there's going to be ups and downs, there is going to be market turmoils, bull run, bearish run, etc. But if you follow a decent discipline execution, you're going to end up with 8 to 10 crores. Same 50,000, same 20 years, 7 crore gap. The gap is not market luck. The gap is not financial genius. The gap is the structure. You see, the middle class India treats money as something to protect. You lock it in an FD, watch it grow at 7%, you feel very responsible. The quietly wealthy, on the other side, treat money as a worker. They send the worker out, bring it back with a friend, and now they're going to send both of them out, and then they repeat. The cycle will continue forever. Now here is what nobody tells you about FD, and I'm going to reveal the truth to you guys. At 7% interest, taxed at 30%, your effective return is 4.9%. Inflation in India, averaged over the last 20 years, is 5 to 6%. Now, your FD is not growing your money, it's slowly losing to inflation while giving you the psychological comfort of a positive number just on the screen. The comfort is super expensive. Your savings account is not a strategy, it's a buffer. Beyond 6 months of expenses, every idle rupee is a worker on permanent vacation. Every rupee you own beyond the buffer should have a job description, a return target, and a reporting period. Rule number 3, the network of access. By the time a stock appears in your curated watch list or in a financial influencer's portfolio, in a brokerage report, the people who made real money on it are quietly selling it back to you. The most profitable opportunities in India, or for that matter in the entire world, your pre-IPO shares, your off-market land in a corridor before the highway announcement, private credit opportunities at 18%, a co-investment round before Series B, these never reach any common platforms that are available to normal people. They travel through a phone call. Let's say, for example, an entrepreneur needs 3 crores of money. On one side, she can spend 8 months preparing a pitch deck, meeting investors, running a formal process. On the other side, let's assume that she has access. She can make 2 phone calls to the people she trusts, close the round on Friday, and get back to building. Every entrepreneur takes the phone call every single time. Now, the result, the most asymmetric opportunities in India are absorbed at the relationship layer months or even years before the general public gets to hear about them. By the time you read about a deal in a newsletter, the upside on that particular deal is already taken. The people playing the second game do not find better investments. They invest in knowing the right people 10 years before those people have anything to offer. So stop looking for better platforms. Start building the network that makes these platforms irrelevant. So rule number 4, the inheritance discipline. 90% of Indian family wealth is gone within 2 generations. It's not because of bad markets, not even bad luck. It's because of the way that it gets transferred from one generation to another generation. A father works his entire life. Let's assume that he built 3 crores in different assets. Now he dies, he leaves it to the 2 children in a will. Half each, no condition, no structure, no preparation. The children receive it during grief with no instructions in how to manage it. Within a decade, it's mostly gone. That's not the children's fault. Nobody trained them on how to handle these assets. The families whose wealth actually survives do one thing very differently. They don't transfer money, they transfer structures. A trust that releases capital when the kids are at 30, at 35, at 40, contingent on specific behaviors. A family business where children must work at a market salary for 5 years before receiving any equity. A foundation the children must administer before they can access the family corpus. The principle, give them enough to do something, never enough to do nothing. The inheritance is not a gift, it is a test with a delayed grading system. The structure forces the receiver to become someone capable of handling what is being given to them. You may not own 3 crores to pass down today. The discipline is identical at every scale. Don't hand over money, hand over a structure. Rule number 5, the silence. Most of the people I know who have quietly built 10 to 15 crores in India share one visible characteristic. You would not know how rich they are by just looking at them. No loud cars, no watches that announces itself, no LinkedIn post about their exits, no reels about their portfolio either. This is not modesty, this is operational discipline. When you broadcast your wealth, 3 things happen, and all of the 3 cost you money. You become a target, every transaction gets more expensive, and you attract rivals who will spend years constructing obstacles for someone who made themselves a visible target. The social media version of wealth is the most dangerous version. The guy posting his Zerodha P&L in a bull market is the same guy who's panic selling 40% lower 6 months later. The performance of wealth and the building of wealth are mutually exclusive activities. The only sentence you need from this rule, the loudest fortune is the one that is leaving. So that's about it. 5 rules, 1 number. The 7 crore gap between you and the person playing the second game is not talent, not luck, not a head start. It's tax architecture, velocity of capital, network of access, inheritance discipline, silence. These are the channels through which money actually moves in India. Quietly, structurally, across decades, in the accounts of people you will never see on any list. You now have the map. One instruction: pick a rule that landed the hardest on you. Write it down, not on your phone, on paper. Somewhere only you will see. Begin studying it this week. Tell nobody what you're doing. That discipline right there is the beginning of the second game. See you very soon in another episode.